Hey guys, are you ready for this? It's time to step it up because we have some amazing things coming this summer and we want to get you ready for it. Now, what am I talking about? T25, of course, that's coming out, and we're going to be training for the next 2 months to be ready when it launches in July. So what I want to do is give you a breakdown on how we use these challenge groups to grow our team and our paychecks. If you look at the screen, you'll see that we have 3 challenges that we run routinely. The 30-day shakedown, which is the Shakeology challenge, Insanity vs. Combat, which is for people who are trying to tone up, and then the P90X versus the Body Beast, the ones that want the muscle. Now, every month we are recruiting people, and we strategically recruit. We've got 3 phases. The first phase is we're going to get people on our list. We're going to reach out to them and we're going to invite them to understand what we have going on. That's all we want to do. We want them to know that we have a challenge put together and kind of explain to them what a challenge is, and then let them make up their mind if they want to be a part of it or not. The second and third week, what we're going to do is we're going to follow up. So after 2 weeks, we are no longer going to make that invitation to new people. We're actually going to spend that first 2 weeks to harvest 50 people or 100 people, wherever you feel that you can take it. Minimum is 50. For this challenge, and after that first 2 weeks, then we're not going to talk to any new people. We're going to work with the people that we've harvested. So the second and third week, we're going to follow up with those 50 people, and we're going to answer questions that they have, and I'm going to show you a little bit more in detail here in a second. Lastly, we're going to close the sale. Now let me show you what I mean on a calendar view. So this is the month of May 2013. As you can see, we're going to be on the 13th as of tomorrow. So I have a start recruiting tab, 50 names a minimum, and you can see that it lasts for 2 weeks. So from the 13th up until the 27th, I'm trying to invite as many people as I can. And it's very important that I track this, and I'm going to show you how we track this in a bit. That next week I am going to be following up. So I'm only going to be following up with the people that I have on that list. So I'm going to spend that next week following up, and then lastly I'm going to close out the sales. Now it's very important that you recognize that we close out the sales at the beginning of the month for a reason. And that reason is that we are impulsive buyers, meaning that we get paid at the first of the month and we typically spend all of our money at the first of the month. So if I call you 3 weeks ahead of time and let you know that this challenge group is going to be closing out on the 10th, well, I've given you the heads up. And I let a week and a half pass by and I give you another call, a courtesy reminder to see if you have any questions, then you still have it on your mind. The most important call that I am going to make is that final week where I'm asking you to commit. Okay, you're ready, you knew about it, you've gotten paid, hopefully you've saved, you've budgeted some money to pull the trigger on a challenge pack. And so we want to close out the sale that last week. Finally getting started here on the 10th. So ideally we want to get people to order their challenge pack before the 4th, because it's going to take a week for them to actually get it. If they order it before the 4th, then that gives them a week to actually get the program, unless they already have it, and then that's something different. But then we get them all started on the 10th. So on the 10th, what we're going to say is that start our challenge. Start challenges on the 10th. Okay, great. So you can see it. We start recruiting tomorrow. We recruit for 2 weeks. Then we start following up. Then we close out our sales. Okay, so how do we keep track of everything? It's very simple. All we do is go to our online Beachbody office. And once I'm on my online Beachbody office, I am going to go over here to News and Training, and then I'm going to click on Coach Training Academy. this page is going to pop up, and on the left hand side I'm going to see a tab that says Reference Materials. I'm going to click on Reference Materials, and this is what you're going to see. Now on this reference material, you're going to see a lot of information that we can use, but right now I want you to pull up our contact list. When you click on the PDF for our contact list, this is what you're going to see. This is our contact list. It's very simple. I have 7 columns. The first one, I have name, email, and phone number. Then I have a little bit of notes about you. You know, if I called you and you told me something's happening in your life, I want to make it a note of it on this first block. Then I'm going to start going into my steps. Step 1 is going to be my initial follow-up. Step 2 is going to be my second follow-up. Step 3 is going to be my third follow-up. I can expect to close out a sale or obtain a new coach to our team typically right here in step number 3, step number 4, and step number 5. And we'll get into this a little bit more in our training group, but I want you to be aware of this. This is how we do it. You know, just recapping, you know, we start a new group June 10th, we start recruiting for it, then we start following up, and then we close out the sale. Now, I'm going to be sharing the images, the challenge pictures that I use on Facebook, and all I do is put it out there. You know, does this excite you? Do you have P90X already and maybe looking to give it another go? Well, we've got 50 people that are doing the same thing. Join us. This is going to be fun. And this is where you talk about your own experience, and we'll get into that part of the training here soon. But I wanted to give you the big picture. This is as simple as it gets right here. We have 3 challenges starting at the beginning of the month. We have 3 phases that we work everybody through, and this is how we keep track of them. So digest this information, and let's work off of this. Okay, everything is going to be based off of this format. We do share the groups. So as a team, we really only have 3 groups, and we do that for multiple reasons. 1, to make life easier on you, the new coach. 2, to make sure that we have a lot of positive energy in the group and a lot of interaction, because that's priceless. That is what gives us extra value. That is why you want to do a challenge group, because of how much fun it is, because of the friendships that you take away from it. So digest this information, coaches. We're going to kick off tomorrow. I challenge you to get 50 names on this contact list. So as you can see, it goes down to 10. Print out 5 of them. Print out 5 of them, and as you make your phone call, start tracking them. You know, let's do this. I know that each and everybody can do this. I picked Beachbody as something to give my all in, because I see how easy it is for anybody to do it. If you can understand what I just talked about right now, and you're willing to put in an hour a day, your whole future can be changed for the better. Of course, you could be taking the trips, you could be paying off the debt, you could be leaving that job that you do not enjoy going to. You know, all of those are possible if you understand this concept and are willing to put in the work to master these skills. So anyhow, that's what I have for y'all guys tonight. Thanks for taking the time to review this information, and I look forward to each and every one of y'all's success. Take care and God bless.